guys, Tanny Games here. Welcome back to the channel. Now, I'm here today with a voting video, but I've already done the voting. Basically, I've been voting a lot over the past weekend and things like that, and I've come across some really good submissions for the DIY theme park, and these are what I think are some of the best submissions I've come across. And what makes these submissions so special is that they don't use any items from the um the uh the park's star path that we had quite a while ago. So I know there was a lot of worry from people about creating this Dreamsnap without any parks items, and these submissions just prove that you can create an amazing park without those rides, and I think they're incredible, so I really just want to kind of show them off. So I'm showing you, I think it's like my top 30, top 25, top 30, something like that. But these are all submissions that I have voted on that don't include the park's star path items. Now, I've not included the up balloons in that because technically the up balloons were in the premium store, so they were available for anyone to purchase, and I do believe they were at a fairly reasonable price point in terms of moonstones personally. So I kind of feel like they were easily obtainable, and therefore I've basically not included it in this selection. So a lot of these do actually include the up balloons. I don't think there's anything wrong with their inclusion because, like I said, they weren't kind of exclusive just to the park's star path that we had. So we will go and have a look at these submissions and let me know in the comments down below what you think of these. Okay, so here we are on our first submission, and this is really good. So we do have the up balloons on the left and right corner, but as I said, they were available in the premium shop at the time, so I don't consider it like a Star Path exclusive. We do have the Mickey and Minnie fountain, which was in the premium shop at the time, and then behind we've got this like little picnic table along with the popcorn machine, which was part of the Bells Starlight bundle that you could buy. We do also have the Pizza Planet shop here on the left. That was a premium shop item, but it did come out a little while ago. So not everyone will have that, but I think it's a cool item to have and use. I love this submission. I think it's really bright. I think it's really vibrant. I love the outfit. I think the outfit is so perfect for a park's star path. So I think this was an incredible submission, and I really enjoyed this one. Again, no theme park rides, but it definitely gives off the vibe of a theme park. Now this is our next submission, and this is another beautiful submission. I love the colouring on this. There's something about it which is just really cool. Now we do have the Hollywood Tower Hotel. We do have these Gesundheit. We do have these it's a small world pillars. These are the rainbow pillars, so they were also a premium shop item. We do have the up balloon and this Monsters Inc. ride. So there are a lot of premium shop items here, but none of them came directly from the park's star path. I love the little Mickey cloud in the middle. Obviously, that's super cute to see. The little red Mickey ears along with the Minnie Mouse bag is so cute. I just love the colouring on this photo. I think it's gorgeous. Now this is another submission which I think is really good. Again, making use of those up balloons, but also the partner statue that we were all given, which I think is a great addition. You're stood here at the front with Mickey. We've got a little photo booth here. We've got a popcorn stand. And then in the background, we just have Chez Remy and Your Own House. I think this is a really cool submission. It's very simple. There's not a lot of items. There's not a lot of clutter. But it's definitely getting across those parks sort of theme park vibes, which I love. I love how you've got the dream castle in the background and that's visible. And obviously you're wearing the like parks t-shirt, the little castle t-shirt. So yeah, I think this is a wonderful submission with very few items, but it still really is relevant to the theme. Now this is another submission that I love. So with this, we've got a couple of items that were actually in the Scrooge store with the snack machines, which I think are super cool. Oh, actually, the green one might have been in the Star Path, but certainly the blue one you can get from Scrooge's store, and I think the red one you get from Scrooge's store. We have Woody's house here. We have Stitch's spaceship here. We have Buzz's little ship here. We've got this photo booth. We have the Wreck-It Ralph like food court thingy. We've got the popcorn machine. We've got an ice cream stand. This is just like a chair thing here. And then we do have the up balloons. Now, I do think even if you cropped out the up balloons, for instance, if you got rid of them, this would still be really good. And all these items would be items that are basically from the Scrooge store or from character friendship levels. And it looks amazing. This is perfect. This is definitely giving theme park vibes. I think this is a wonderful photo. I think it's a great submission. And I love how they've replicated or created this kind of ride here by using this column and the Stitch spaceships. I think that's so fun and so creative. What I love about these submissions that I'm seeing with a lot of people who don't have the parks rides is the absolute creativity in creating their own rides. It's just so clever, so brilliant. The outfit's cute. I think this is wonderful. Next up, we have this super pretty submission. This reminds me a lot of the like ideas that I was putting forward as things you could do for this theme if you didn't have the rides. So they've actually got the balloons here which frame the shot fairly nicely. We've got a couple of balloons at the background. We have the partner statue in the middle and the dream castle, which I think all look really fantastic. We have this cute little clock here, and we do also have a little popcorn stand. And then to the left and to the right, we do have, I think this is Chez Remy. I'm pretty sure. If not, it's his house, but I'm pretty sure his house doesn't have the red like coverings, which is why I think this is Chez Remy. And then we've got the Scrooge store. So this is definitely giving like the Main Street vibes. I think this is a wonderful submission. I think it's super creative and it's a beautiful shot. I think this is incredible. I think you've done amazingly with this one. Now, this one I really liked because it was very, very different. Now, I do have to point out something that I didn't realize when I initially saved this photo is that there is an item from the Pixar Fest Star Path, and that's this little item here at the front, this like pinata. Now, it wasn't part of the park Star Path, so I think it's fine to include it. Because specifically this is about people who don't have the parks theme park rides and stuff like that. But yeah, this was technically a Star Path item from the first Star Path, I believe. But it is very possible that someone would have items from the first Star Path, played the game for a little while, stopped playing, and then came back to it. So yeah, but since there's no like Ferris wheel, there's no Dumbo ride, there's no teacup ride, I felt like this was okay to include. But yeah, I like this setting. It's weird to see this build in the Glade because I would never think to build like a theme park in the Glade. But I love how you've got like the swan boat here on the water. I think that looks really pretty. We've got the Mickey and Minnie fountain. We've got a couple of up balloons, and we do also have Woody's house. So I think this is a beautiful submission. The Mickey cloud in the middle just kind of like brings it to a nice conclusion. Yeah, I think this is a beautiful submission. Now, this is a really fun and colourful submission. We've got the main focus being this new sort of ride that you could get from the premium shop, which was the Monsters Inc. one. This is such a good addition along with the laugh canisters here. It just works really well. The candy path I think is super fun to use. Just again, just adds a bit of vibrancy and colour. We have the pizza planet at the very end, which I think works well for creating like a kind of like food court vibe. And then we've just got a bunch of the up balloons. We've got some balloon arches, a few little arcade games and food stands, which just work really, really well. I like this because I feel like it's a very unique shot. I like that you can sort of see the dream castle peeking through in the background. And then you've got these sort of like amusement park style rides. I think this is super fun and a really good submission. Now this is another really, really good submission. There are a few like premium store items like the turning red lanterns here. This grate behind was from it was like a Pirates of the Caribbean set, but I think those could all be removed or interchanged without really changing the whole look and vibe of this photo. I love how we've got the Mickey and Minnie water fountain in the middle here, and then it's just kind of like sort of surrounded or sort of encircled by these up balloons, which I think adds a really nice pop of color. We do have Woody's carousel here, and we also have the winter carousel as well. I think this is a wonderful submission. I love that you've got a bunch of characters in the shot, like you've got Mickey, we've got Mike, we've got Mirabelle and Goofy there at the background. So I think this is a really, really fun submission, and yeah, it's just really, really pretty. Now this is another really, really good submission. Kind of like got the focus here on the partner statue. We do have the up balloons in the background, and then we do have some other little details here and there. Like we've got these balloon clusters. We have the Toy Story claw machine here. We've got a popcorn stand. There's this little like hockey table thing, which I think just adds to that kind of like playful park vibe. This is just a beautiful shot. Again, just like a kind of like really unique angle, which I like, but it definitely has all those parks vibes. The partner statue was a wonderful addition and definitely makes me think of Disneyland for sure. Now this was another fun submission. This one kind of going more like carnival vibes, which I love. So it's a great way of doing a theme park without doing like necessarily like a Disney park. So we have Woody's carousel here in the middle, and then we've just got a collection of like kind of like miniature ride type things. So we have the photo booth, we have the show your strength test, we have this sort of pillar of blocks. We have the claw machine, and we do also have a little popcorn stand. And then you're kind of dressed with these kind of like I think of like circus ring leaders, ring masters, whatever they're called. Like that's the vibes this outfit is kind of giving off in this scene. So I think this is a really, really cool submission. I think it's really unique, but certainly still goes along those park vibes and theme. Once again, we've got another really, really good submission. This is kind of like the opposite side of where the other submission was that we looked at a couple of submissions ago. So we got the dream castle more to the left side rather than the right side of the photo. But again, using Woody's carousel, even using this Mickey arch is such a good idea. We've got a couple of like stalls and stands. So we've got the ice cream stand, we've got the sort of like hockey table, we've got the photo booth, we've got these like little banners. It just all works really well together. It has a very playful vibe, but certainly does make me think of like theme parks and things like that. Next up, we have this really, really cool submission. This actually making use of one of the items you can craft if you have the DLC. So this is the V8 Cafe item. And I think it's a really cool item to use. I think it works really well in those kind of like park vibes. And then to pair it with like Vanellope's little race car is just a really good idea. And then you've got Pizza Planet here. And then to put this kind of like table and chair set up is a really good idea. Because again, it kind of gives those like food court vibes, which I think works really well with the whole idea of a theme park, because a lot of theme parks will have these like food court areas, these um food booths and things like that. So it's definitely very on theme. Offers a really unique kind of shop, but again, doesn't make use of those items, those parks items that we got from that Star Path about a year ago now. Now, this is another really cool submission. I like the angle on this. This is so unique. I like that on the left, we've got like villager houses almost. So we've got fairy godmother's house. We've actually got the Cinderella carriage in the background. This might be Goofy's house in the background. I could be wrong. It could be someone else's house. We've got a little gazebo over here. There's definitely someone else's house here. I don't know whose it is though. I can't quite work it out, but there's definitely like a row of houses. But then we've got like the rides on this side. So we've got like this Monsters Inc. ride. We have the Up Balloon. We have Woody's Carousel. I love that we have some characters wandering up and down. So we've got Donald here. We've got Rapunzel. It just really adds to the park's vibes of things. Like you could imagine the left side kind of like being a Toontown section, and then the right side having all the theme park rides and things like that. It's just a really unique shot. It's a beautiful image. I think this is a wonderful submission. Now we have another really, really cool submission here. This time we've got quite a few up balloons. We do have the Hollywood Hotel, the Tower of Terror ride, whatever you want to call it. We do have some of those It's a Small World pillars. We do have the partner statue here with this Mickey arch behind it, which looks great. That looks amazing. And then we've got the balloon arch in the background. We do have a couple of balloon clusters here. I think the balloons really add a lot to these images. I think it really gives it that kind of playful parks vibes, which I do love. I love that you've got Woody's Carousel here, and then you've also got Mickey and Minnie. So it really feels like a Disney park aesthetic. Now this is another really cool submission. I like that you've framed the image with these It's a Small World pillars. I think they were a great touch in terms of framing the shot. We do have the partner statue here with some other balloons in the background. We've got some up balloons to the right. And then what you've done is you've actually used this wintry palace to kind of like replicate like a castle from the parks. So I think it's a wonderful addition. I love all the foliage as well. Just brings a bit of sort of like life and greenery to the photo, which I adore. The outfit is super cute. This is a really simple submission but really beautiful, and even using the scramble coin or scrabble coin, whatever it's called, that little game that we play, using those pieces was a great addition as well. I think it just works. Now this is another great submission using the Monsters Inc. theme park piece. It's really great to see this item get used, to be honest. I do wish I'd shown it off more in the submission that I made for my husband, because I think it would have looked really, really good. So I do feel a bit bad that it's not more on display for him. But you've got Woody's Carousel in the background. Even this little like book blanket fort item looks really good here. Like it doesn't look out of place. You've got Pizza Planet here. You've got this sort of like block column thing, which is a good addition. There's not a lot of items in this shop, but they all work really, really together, and it definitely has those theme park kind of vibes. And then we have another really fun submission here, this time using this Mickey arch to kind of like frame, well, it doesn't really frame the shot, but really draws attention to the middle part here. We do have the partner statue. I love how you've made use of quite a few buildings. So we have a castle here in the background. We do have the Hollywood Tower Hotel. We have the Hart Castle here, which was a really cool addition. And then we also have Woody's Carousel. Now, Woody's Carousel is a great item to use because obviously it definitely has those theme park vibes because it's a ride. Effectively, it's a ride. And then you've got Stitch's spaceship, which I think using Stitch's spaceship as a ride is a really good idea. Like, not only does it make me think of, you know, those like rides where you sit in like those laser rides and you have to like shoot things and you're usually in like some sort of like spaceship. Like, I think there's a buzz ride like that at the Disney parks. Like, that's the vibes it gives me. But also, you know, when you go to like shopping centers, or they're probably referred to as malls for some people, like Americans and other things, like maybe that's a word more generically used, but for me being English, it's a shopping center, and you'd always get those little rides that you can put your kids in, and it's like you pay £1 or something, and then the ride will like move up and down, and then like they'll play a little tune or a song. That's what it also makes me think of. So yeah, I think it's a great addition to have. You've got a little ice cream stand, which is cute. The little Mickey Mouse mannequin is another really, really cute addition. This is a fun submission. I really like this. Even the water fountains just add a little bit of extra detail to the shot. So I think this is a wonderful submission. Now, I really, really love this submission because, again, it kind of has those Main Street vibes. It really makes me think of like one of the key ideas that I thought of for sort of submissions for people who don't have the parks rides. So you've got like Remy's restaurant, you've got his house, you've got the Monsters Inc. house, you've got the Scrooge store. Having these gazebos in the middle, like, that's really cute. Like, actually, as a setup for a valley, this is adorable. I might actually replicate this in my own plaza because I think it works really well. But I love how you've got the partner statue in the background. But what I love is how you framed this bit with the trees. Like, how stunning is this? This is just a gorgeous, gorgeous photo. It's so pretty. It's so captivating. Even like the little fairy godmother benches. Oh, this is so cute. I love this. I adore this. I think this is a wonderful submission. And yeah, I really, really like this. I really like this. I think this is fantastic. Without any rides at all, like not even including Woody's carousel, but it definitely gives those like Main Street vibes. So I think it works extremely well. And I do hope this does well because I think it deserves to. Now, this is a super fun, bright, and colourful submission. This is giving more of those like food court kind of vibes at like a parks area. So we do have a couple of the like spaceships here, which, as I said in one of the previous submissions that we've looked at, gives me those vibes of those little rides for children. We've got a couple of like little like arcade rides in the background as well. And then I love how you've got these like picnic tables at the front with all the drinks, the ice creams, the food, the pizza, the chips. Having that paired in front of Pizza Planet is just a genius idea. This is a wonderful submission. So colourful, so bright. Definitely giving me parks vibes. I think this is going to do really, really well. Next up, we have this submission, and I really, really enjoyed this one. So we do have the up balloons in a couple of places, but again, I think they're kind of like hidden enough that even if you didn't buy those items, it would still work. So we've got the Mickey and Minnie fountains, which is a really cute touch. We have this carousel item, which we got around winter time. I think in one of my other videos, I've mentioned about how I think it's from the Royal Winter Star Path. I don't think it was from the Royal Winter Star Path now. I think it was a premium shop item, but it was a premium shop item we got around Christmas. I don't remember entirely off the top of my head, but that's what I'm kind of leaning towards now. But yeah, we've got a couple of like food items here. We've got this Wally's food stall stand. We have a couple of the photo booths. We do have this claw machine. We've got this Mickey arch and that Mickey cloud, obviously. Can't forget that. Scrooge's store, the V8 machine, not machine, but cafe thing. And even using Minnie here in this shot definitely fulfills the vibes of kind of like parks and stuff like that. I think this is a really cool submission. Next up, we have this submission, and this is another really, really good submission. I love that it's got those Main Street vibes, but you've still included Woody's Carousel just to kind of like include that park kind of ride aspect. And then you've got Stitch's spaceship in the background, which works really well. We do have the partner statue here, which is a nice touch, especially when you think about the lead up to the main castle and this Mickey arch here. I just think it works really well together. What I love is that you've got Remy's restaurant down here, and then you've decided to do a few tables dotted around, which I think works really well. Again, giving those kind of like food restaurant vibes that you will find in the park. So I think that was a lovely addition. And then you do have Goofy, Minnie and Eric in the shot. So again, just including some characters that you would see around the Disney parks. So I think this is a really, really cool submission. I love this one. It's creative, it's bright, it's fun. I enjoyed this. Next up, we have this submission, and actually a lot of the ride kind of aspects are kind of hidden. So we do have this train ride in the background. We have Woody's Carousel. We do have the up balloons, but again, they're all kind of like concealed away. We do have Pizza Planet here. We have this Wreck-It Ralph food stand. So again, great for those park vibes. But I love how this photo is framed with this balloon arch. I love that little detail. I think it works so well. I love how Beast is kind of like creeping into the photo here. He's like peeking his head round behind the balloons. Your character looks super cute. You've got Mickey here, which I think is a great addition. And then in the background, you've got kind of like the real Disney vibes with the castle, the arch, and the partner statue. So this is a wonderful submission. I think this is great. There isn't a lot of focus on the rides, but it still definitely has that theme park vibe. And I think this looks super fun. Now we have another submission that has a beautiful Mickey cloud in it. Obviously, you all know how much I love Mickey cloud, so it's always good to see. I love that there's like almost a slight bit of symmetry, but not 100%. So we've got Chez Remy here, and then the Hollywood Tower Hotel, which are a similar height, a similar kind of size of building. But then you've got the castle here in the middle with the partner statue in front of it, which I think just works really well. And then to the left of and right of the photo, you've got the parks aspect. So you've got Woody's Carousel and you have the up balloons, giving those like theme park rides. This topiary lined with these flower beds just looks really pretty. I think this is a wonderful submission. Very simple, but still very, very pretty. Now we have another fun and colourful submission. This time actually making use of the Sweet House and Vanellope's house, which I think really leans into that kind of like playful aspect that you often see in theme parks. I love that you've got the like Vanellope cars as well. Like I'm imagining like a go-kart track kind of vibe, which I think is super cute. You've got the Woody Carousel. You've got a couple of these like food booths, which I think works wonderfully. Then you've got the up balloons in the background, just adding that pop of colour as well, just making the whole image a bit cohesive. And then you're here at the front with Sully. It's just a fun image. It's such a bright image, but yeah, just really eye-catching, really pretty, and yeah, I think this is super fun. Next up, we have another like DIY theme park construction. I really do love these ones where basically people have made their own rides, just like the last one. So this time we've got the Stitch's spaceship and we have a couple of the Vanellope rides. Definitely giving racetrack vibes. I think this is wonderful. This is fantastic. And like the archway here, like as if it's a racetrack and that's the like finish line. I think that's super fun. Then you've got the carousel in the background. This is wonderfully creative, a great way of making the most of what items you have when you might have very, very minimal items. Honestly, I kind of wish I'd seen ideas like this beforehand. Like, I know I talked in my own video about making your own kind of like track with the Stitch spaceships and stuff, but this is a wonderfully created concept, and I really, really enjoy this, and yeah, it's just really fun to see. Next, we have this really, really beautiful image. Oh, it's so, so pretty. It's really kind of simple at the front. We just have like a couple of benches and bushes. And then your character here posing. Just very kind of like beautiful and aesthetic in that sense. But then we have a lot of like DIY rides effectively. So we've got the Stitch spaceships here surrounded by this column. We have another column over here and a bunch of these teacups. Now, I don't know if this is meant like as in a DIY teacup ride, or it's meant to be like a seated food booth area. I'm not 100% sure, but either way, it does work. And like, that's something that I spoke about, was using these teacups to create your own DIY ride. So I think it does work really well. We do have Woody's carousel. We've got the up balloons. And then in the background, we've got a couple of castles. So I really enjoyed this image. It's definitely giving the DIY theme park vibes. It looks beautiful. Like, even the sky just looks stunning here. I think this is a wonderful, wonderful image, and I think you've done really, really well. Here we have another bright and beautiful image. This time making use of the like wintry carousel. We've got the Mickey and Minnie water fountain, and we do have Woody's carousel as well. We've actually got a couple, well, I say a couple, we've got 3 of the castles here. So we have the main dream castle, we have like a Cinderella castle here, and then we have the Winter Palace on the right side. So I love this kind of like multiple castles theme. I think that works really well. The like stuffed toys, how cute is that? We've got this like counter here with like sweets and stuffed toys on it, which I think looks really fun. Definitely giving like toy stalls that you would find at the parks. You've got Minnie in the shot, you've got Elsa, so they work really, really well. This whole little teacup setup, based on the positioning of this, I'm imagining that this is meant as like a little ride setup. It's super cute. And then you've got the up balloons. Your character looks super cute, ready for a day at the parks. This is a beautiful submission, and I'm sure this is going to do really well. Next up, we have a submission that I wouldn't usually think I'd be included, because it does have Maui and Gaston. But despite the fact that it has Maui and Gaston, this is still just a really, really good image. Again, you've got those Main Street vibes with the Scrooge store, with Remy's, the Monsters Inc. house, and then the partner statue here. I love that you've got Woody's carousel on the right. Then on the left, we've got this kind of like food picnic area using the Wreck-It Ralph food stand or stall, whatever you want to call it. You've got a couple of picnic benches with some food items on. Even the like little checkerboard is like a cute touch. Then you've got Minnie here, and then you actually have those scramble coin pieces of Mickey and Minnie, which I think work really well as well. I think this is a wonderful creation. It's a really good submission. Definitely giving those parks vibes. So I think this is wonderful. Next up, we have this incredible image. Oh God, I love this one. I absolutely love this. I love the perspective of it, the viewpoint. Like, these trees here just work really well next to the Hollywood Tower Hotel. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's their color palette or something, but it just works nicely. We have the Monsters Inc. ride. We have the Show Your Strength test. We have this little carousel ride as well. You could easily interchange this with Woody's carousel and it would look just as good. We have some of the It's a Small World pillars in the background, the up balloon, this food stand from the Wally collection. And then I love the use of the Mickey water tower. I think that works really well in this image. This is just a really fun, a very playful image, definitely giving park vibes. So I think this is wonderful. And now here is our last submission, and most certainly not least. Oh my god, this is gorgeous, so gorgeous. I mean, one, the character in the dress is just beautiful, so stunning. I love that we've got the partner statue here in the background, and then you've got like one of the castles behind that. Oh, it's just so beautiful. And having it here with these are like some of the like Atlantean ruins that you get on Eternity Isle. I think this is in front of the water where there's like a bit of water and some stairs that dip down. This is just beautiful. You've got the up balloons, you've got Woody's carousel. Definitely giving Main Street vibes using the haunted house here on the right. You've got Scrooge store, you've got the Hollywood hotel here as well. Yeah, this is just wonderful. It's very pretty at the front with like these flowers. Even the like Cinderella pumpkin planter things here work really, really well. This is just such a gorgeous and captivating image. Definitely gives me parks vibes. I love the little sparkle here. That's so, so cute. But yeah, this is just a wonderful photo. It works incredibly well. It's incredibly aesthetic, but definitely have those park vibes. So I absolutely adore this one. I think this is a definite 4K. Honestly, all the submissions have been absolutely amazing. Well, there you have it. That is my favorite submissions that I voted on, and all of them without using any of the park items from the park's star path. Just shows how, with a little bit of thought and creativity, you can come up with some truly impressive and amazing submissions. I think all these submissions are like worthy of a 4K. They were all so stunning, so beautiful and creative. But let me know in the comments down below what you think of these submissions. I think they were incredible. I think they were super fun. I adored voting for these. And honestly, I just encourage other people, if they have the time, to really spend some time voting, because there's some amazing creative submissions out there. Not only is it a great way to vote for these submissions, but also I think it really helps you grow in terms of your own ability to create dream snaps, because I think it's really inspiring and creative to see these other ideas which can inspire you later down the line. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a little like. I would appreciate it very muchly. I would also like to do a huge shout out to all my subscribers. I love you very, very muchly. And to my channel members, you mean the world to me. You're all incredible and wonderful, and I love you, and you're amazing. So yes, thank you to everyone who does support my channel. It means the world to me. But anyway, I'm gonna leave this one here, so I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!